The Week 5 Monday Night Football matchup is going to be a huge one. Like, usually that's every week unless, you're the Denver Broncos playing on primetime yet again, but it is what it is. But for the matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and Kansas City Chiefs, this Monday night matchup is huge, absolutely huge, because on one hand, you have the Kansas City Chiefs, who, if they win this game, could go into the rest of the season and starting out 4-1, getting key wins here, especially against the Raiders in their division. And honestly, it just puts a lot of pressure on the rest of the teams in the AFC West. So, I'm really excited about this game. And then also on the other hand, I'm definitely not going to forget to mention, the Las Vegas Raiders coming off a big win over the Broncos, who have now lost 2 straight because of probably one of the most boring games ever I've seen. But overall, the Broncos, they've lost a couple straight. The Chargers, I don't know what we're going to get out of the Chargers. I really don't. So you've got 2 teams here that have seemed relatively healthy, and both are coming off wins and going to be very interesting in the Raiders and the Chiefs. So when we just take a look at both of these teams side by side on paper, yes, I think the biggest thing you're going to notice is Patrick Mahomes and company, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Isaiah Pacheco, all those guys, yes, they are going to be tough to guard. They are continually, one of the absolute best running back duos in the entire NFL. And then really just top to bottom, there's so many things going on here for both offenses. You got superstars galore. Obviously, the Chiefs have a very established offensive line, and then the Raiders are figuring it out in that regard. So you've got 2 really good offenses here. This could be a very high-scoring affair in a very exciting game, depending on how both of the defenses stack up. That's going to be my big question here is, can the Raiders defense slow down the Chiefs? That's going to be the biggest thing here, because the Chiefs, they're superstars. We all know that. The Raiders, historically, especially going back to last year, it wasn't pretty. And the Chiefs, they're so stacked. Even their defense gets the job done and does it at a high level. They're able to put pressure on their quarterback, be able to create turnovers, and really get the ball back for their offense, which is absolutely huge. So I think that's going to definitely be a big thing here for the Chiefs, and really for the Raiders is, can they put up points on the board? And I'm really excited to see it. So then we go to today's injury report. This is very interesting. So Jayon Brown has been pronounced out. This is according to the Raiders official team website. So Jayon Brown is out. Okay, fine. We've got a guy that, he went from limited on Thursday to DNP on both Friday and Saturday. For those of you that don't know the acronym, it means did not participate. It took me a little bit to figure that one out. But anyway, Jayon Brown's going to miss the game. I kind of question if Blake Martinez is going to see the field right away, or what's going to be the really big tell there. So both Hunter Renfrow and Denzel Perryman have both been cleared to play, so that's definitely huge, especially for my fantasy team. And Hunter Renfrow, can you please just catch like 3 touchdowns? It is what it is. But also questionable is Foster Moreau. Did have a knee injury, was a DNP for both Thursday and Friday, but did participate in a limited capacity on Saturday. That was Foster Moreau. Sam Webb also limited all week long, and Darren Waller looks good. He's a full participant. Excuse me for spitting on my microphone. So going to be very interesting to see how the team does move forward with Jayon Brown out of the lineup. Again, I wouldn't be opposed to having Blake Martinez in the middle there if he's already caught up on the playbook. He already knows what it's like to play, for a guy like Patrick Graham. So I'm really not that worried. But if you feel comfortable putting him in right away, great. If not, it is what it is at this point. Then as for the Chiefs, Harrison Butker out. That ankle is just, I hope he gets back. I wish him nothing but a speedy recovery there. Trey Smith was limited all week, is questionable with that pec injury, as Mike Dana, whatever. I apologize for the bad pronunciation there, but he's questionable despite the fact that he was a full participant all week long. So we'll see if he's a go. And then Juju Smith-Schuster was a full participant on both Thursday and Friday, but was limited on Saturday. Usually when they're downgraded like that means usually a re-aggravation, or at least he's a little sore or something like that. So going to be very interesting there to see what happens with Juju Smith-Schuster. So, and looks like MVS, Marquez Valdes-Scantling is going to be good to go there. So, like I said, the injuries usually play a lot bigger role than you think. And I think as we kind of get ready for this huge, and I cannot specify how absolutely huge this Week 5 matchup is. I think that, when you take a look at who is in and who is out, I think you got to be prepared for it no matter what it is. So, at the end of the day, it's going to be, in my mind, there's a lot of different keys to this game. And I think when you are taking a look at the totality of this matchup and the injuries that could play out, you got to take a serious look at it. Now we're going to look at keys of the game. We showed you both from the perspectives of the depth charts on paper. We showed you the injuries and now keys to the game, So for the Raiders, I think it's going to be feed the running backs. Listen, Josh Jacobs really found himself a groove last week against the Broncos, running for, over 170 all-purpose yards, had a couple of touchdowns. I think if you can feed Josh Jacobs as well as a guy like Zamir White, things are going to look really good for you. You have to establish the run and be able to do a lot of different things there. Also, you got to put points on the board. The Chiefs have possibly one of the best, not even possibly, they easily have the best offense or one of the best offenses in the entire NFL. They're going to put up points. It's not going to be a problem. And then defense, you need to make a couple of stops. I don't care if it's a fourth down or getting off the field on third down, and having the Chiefs punt. I don't care if it's turnovers. I don't care if it's a turnover and downs. I don't care. At the end of the day, you need to get off the field if you are the Raiders defense. And then as for the Chiefs, you got to spread the ball out. I feel like you've got all these different guys that can do a lot of different things. As a defensive coordinator for Patrick Graham, the key is, you're going to be keen on making it very difficult for him on all the weapons that you have. I think that spreading the ball out, it starts with using Isaiah Pacheco as well as Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Those two just seem to be really clicking right now. Also, Jerick McKinnon, you can't forget about him. And then also you need to get after Derek Carr. It's very simple. Derek Carr is a very good quarterback, but when he's pressured, just like any quarterback, it's tough on any quarterback to be pressured. So if both teams can get after their opposing quarterbacks and make some things happen, there's going to be a lot of interesting things that go down. And like I said, it's crazy to think that, and I forgot to mention this, I'm going to make sure that I mention it right now, but it's crazy to think about how much of stopping the run and being able to run the football plays into the flow of a game and the ability for both teams to be able to go out there and do their thing. So both teams got to stop the run and be able to run the ball. That's easily a very big key for both teams as well. But that's it. That's our Week 5 preview for the Las Vegas Raiders versus Kansas City Chiefs. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. So give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about our Week 5, Week 5 preview for the Las Vegas Raiders versus Kansas City Chiefs.